Alright everybody, welcome to our show. Welcome to ARTV. It's kind of gonna be a little bit of a chill night, I guess. I didn't want to use the word chill, but it's the only one that came to mind, I'm sorry. Try to find more appropriate epithets next time. Well, that turned on a little bit. A little bit too steeply. Anyway, we're doing Monster Hunter Wilds again tonight. I'm going to be doing some crown hunting. And I'm going to play the intro tonight because it's my show and I haven't done that in quite a while. We won't be doing anything too exciting. I just want to get like an hour in before I go to bed. Because I went to dinner with my colleagues tonight. Oh my god, I'm being so sociable. Anyway, I've been in a mood. We'll try and make something out of it. See you in just a little bit.
A little picture that's a little different than what...
The Supreme Court has struck down a California law that would have banned the selling of violent video games to children.
This was a balancing act between the right of free speech and consumer protection. Is it the state's place to dictate who buys what?
T-minus 10 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start. T-minus 31 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start. T-minus 10 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start. 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff.
Hello everyone and welcome to ARTV for whatever fucking day it is. I think it's the 9th. Yeah, that took a second. Oh, you there. Hi. How's it going? Welcome to ARTV. We've got a new episode lined up for you right now. We're done with that. Hi, welcome to ARTV for the night. Oh.
T-minus 10 seconds, and we're going for auto sequence start. 4, 3, 2, 1.
You. Ooh, if you fucking desync me one more fucking time. Oh yeah, the same problem. German engineering, that's what it fucking smells like. Let's go, Justin!
Was on Prime Twitch. Get Twitch Prime sub. It's Twitch Prime.
I don't play fucking Marvel vs. Capcom. I know it. You gotta fucking figure out that difference. Because otherwise you're gonna be like, oh, he knows this thing about this video game, so he must be extremely knowledgeable about the fucking topic, you asshole!
Keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your own pace. Stepping, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your own pace. Stepping, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your own pace. Stepping, keep stepping at your, keep stepping at your own pace. Own pace.
Ignition and liftoff.
Hey, that didn't hurt, you know? Could have been so much worse. Oh man. Anyway, welcome to ARTV for the night. Again, we're gonna try and not give too much of a shit. Not too much. Oh, there's free stuff on the store. Let's see what we can get on the Chinese black market. Discover. Browse. As the video game loads in behind me. I'm a little bit sleepy. Oh yeah, I should probably go over here. Oh look. Oh shit. Oh, it's me. I've just got a little bit of white chocolate. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a good time. Got water. I've got everything I need. I went to a Chinese place with my colleagues and I ordered fried chicken with lemon, and it came back like a jellied casserole. It was literally just fried chicken and like a little bit of batter and with a little bit of sesame covered in what appeared to be a mound of snot. It was quite creepy, but it tasted alright, so I ate it. I was a good piggy. Definitely should have gotten some water though. I just had a lot of rice to stomach it down. But hey, I'm fed. I feel good. I've had a little bit of a rough week. Kind of lost my shit yesterday. When I shouldn't have. But, you know. We're doing a bunch of live broadcasts over at work, if you can believe that. And, no one seems to trust the expertise of the guy who's been doing them for the last 10 years or so. So I get to reap the benefits. God, I've never noticed this cup has, like, what on it? Sorry, I'm not talking into the microphone. I'm not doing too good of a job. I've got 2 drinks. Oh yeah, this happened yesterday. I saw it when I was playing in the middle of the night. 10 million copies. That's quite the number. I might be... You know what? Let's take it down a notch, huh? I haven't crashed since I did that, I did that shift in the page file. I genuinely haven't. Not a single time. It's kind of weird that now after having done so much of this game without the, like, joy of not having it crash, it's kind of a tainted experience for me. The only reason I am still going and doing the crown hunting is because I genuinely believe that I kind of have to stick with it a little bit. Like, I'm basically done with Sunbreak. I could do Generations Ultimate quite a little bit more, but I wish the multiplayer bits worked. They worked for a little bit and then they didn't. So here's the process of crown hunting. For those of you not aware what crown hunting is, it's been a thing for quite a while. I think ever since Monster Hunter G, if I'm not mistaken, which is the expansion to Monster Hunter 1 on the PS2. And crowns are kind of like a shiny Pokemon thing, if that makes any sense. Let me see what's going on here. Am I amplifying this in any way? No. Where here? Here either. Let me then take it away from my face a little bit. Anyway, it's kind of like a shiny Pokemon thing, where every time you fight a monster, it has a random value that is essentially its scale. And if it's either in a certain threshold of being too small or too big, you get to have a crown for it. The way it works in Monster Hunter Wilds is that there's essentially small crowns, which is the little tiny golden crown. There's no silver crown, as you can see over here. Silver crowns are only they're almost there, but they're not the biggest one yet. And then you have the proper gold crown for large. And so I'm just trying to get one on every monster in the game, which is essentially the only 2 rewards I think I'm missing. Yeah. So this is the one for completing the whole game. I'm missing obtain a miniature crown for many monsters and obtain a gold crown for many large monsters. So as far as I'm aware, that's basically all of them. You have to get a gold crown on both small and large. And then I will have 100%'d the part of the game that is currently out. It is currently the 3rd of April, and they have announced that on the 4th of April, on the official roadmap, they will be releasing, I believe, Mizutsune, if I'm not too far from the truth.
I heard from the others.
So what I do is I have a mod that tells me essentially every time there's a monster on the map, it's a large crown or not, or if it's a miniature. And I just flip through all of the territories, all of the biomes and all the major cities. And then rest every once in a while so that I can reset all the monsters in the area. And that's kind of how I do it. Obviously, this is the most modern a Monster Hunter game has been, which means that you kind of have to pace yourself a little bit. Usually the process of finding out if a monster was in the large crown or small crown threshold was to kill it, and then you'd find out if it was one of those. It was pretty annoying, but you got to fight a lot of monsters. Now, you can ride around and use your binoculars to look at the monster before you fight it, and it'll tell you if it's past the threshold, and it'll have a little crown on it. But even that is a little bit too laborious for me. So I've decided that I will do a slightly cheatier way, but still commit some time to it. Which is this one, where I just kind of know if there's a crown monster on the map. And if there is one, I will go and kill it. If not, I will continue looping through these towns in the faint hope that it will happen. That's the compromise I've agreed to, I suppose. It's still a lot of clicking. Like, I've been doing this for the last couple of days, and I'm usually getting maybe 1 or 2 crowns. And I'm talking 1 or 2 for either. And it's taking quite a while. Why did I go back? Oh, because I need to reset.
I heard from the others.
Yesterday, I think I got the miniature crown for the Fulgaranganath. And the Shuwu. If I'm not mistaken, I got a large crown for that. And what I'm ostensibly missing, I have the add-on also list the thing on the side. So I'm missing the miniature one on the Guardian Rathlos, the large crown on the Ankudku and the Gypseros, miniature on Kongalala, large crown on Langonga and Gormagala, also miniature, surprisingly, and all those other ones. So I'm just hoping that eventually I manage to hit one of those numbers on any of these zones. It's a lot of menuing doing this, and I usually watch movies during it, but I guess I'll try and do a show for like at least a good hour. You can see it says over there, new size record. It pops up in a different way whenever there's a crown I don't have. I currently have the large Deshagama, but there's a slightly larger version than the current record I have. I'm not that pedantic about it, having like the biggest number. I just needed to have the little icon. So I don't need those now. Excuse me while I break a piece of chocolate for myself. There is a theory that if you have a tempered monster, the likelihood of it being a crown-sized monster is different. So it's best to farm the apex monsters. So the, what is it? It's the Nudra, the Raydao, and whatever the water one was. You try to get those in tempered, which you usually do by setting the zone to inclemency. I've been setting the Windward Plains to inclemency for quite a while, and I still haven't hit the... I think I need a miniature Raydao. Guess they've figured out how to do notifications using mods, which is quite nice. Quite like it myself. I've seen a couple of the things that have been using the new RE framework make those little push notifications. I'm also trying to save investigations of all of these monsters. So that eventually, if I really want to, I could give someone most of the crowns that I have. Because apparently investigations now are just fixed. They don't roll randomly at the start and you just... Oh, I have a gold crown Rompolo quest I can give everyone. I suppose it's slightly better if you have the mod that makes investigations not run out, because by default they have 3 or 4 charges. I think it's 3 charges on the investigation, and you get an additional one for just doing the hunt as a field expedition. So you can do it 4 times at most. The only real gear grinding thing I have to do is possibly roll a perfect Atrian weapon for the moment. Not much of it. I've set it to only show me the notification if one is present on the map, so that I can quickly flip through all these settlements and not give too much of a toss about it. The other thing I usually do is I immediately set the barbecue. Because it teleports you to the main town of each zone after you use it. If you're in a tent, it'll reset you to the tent you're staying in. But it's like a really quick and dirty teleport. I don't think you can do better than that. Oh yeah, and because I'm rapidly fast-forwarding time, I usually get to spend so much of my research points on getting all of the assorted crap that shows up here.
Here, it's all you.
I probably don't need to buy it all the time,
It's all you.
but I'm fine with it.
All right.
I am scared that at some point I'm going to run out of research points, and then the real bad times are going to start. I've been slowly reading through that Dishonored novel, and I'm starting to think that that playthrough isn't coming anytime soon. I have allegedly like a book and a half left, because I think I'm supposed to read a little bit of the second novel. I'm not too sure about it. I'll have to check again. But 60% through the first one. It's pretty right. There's a lot of throwbacks to Dishonored 1, which obviously feels a little bit pandery, but I don't mind being pandered to in that case, I suppose. The guy that's sort of acting as a main antagonist is a little bit of an interesting figure, quite enigmatic. So I'm looking forward to figuring out what's going on there. It is very weird, having Corvo be his own character, which I suppose will be a factor in Dishonored 2 anyway. Since, from what I remember, you could play as either Emily or Corvo, which means that I'm gonna have to do at least like one playthrough each, which I'm not dreading actually. I'm quite excited about that, especially if they're quite different. I remember the trailers for that game being quite impressive. Huh. I was reading Masters of Doom and have finally gotten to the chapter where they make Doom. It's kind of making me want to maybe make a video game again. Just a little bit. Just a slight inclination of making. Give me a moment. I'm being quite bipolar right now. I'm a bit embarrassed. I genuinely had a fit, like, proper fit, yesterday. It wasn't good. Now I'm a little bit more human. More human than human, that's our motto. I'm such a slut. No one is capable of handling the kind of stupid brainwave I'm on. I fucking hate it. Like, I wouldn't recommend myself to anyone. You'd have to know so much obscure shit. I'm unbearable. Yes, Artie, I've seen the hit movie Blade Runner with Harrison Ford and Rutger Hauer from 1982. How can you tell? Oh, it's my favorite movie too. I'm glad we can talk about it. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. It's What was that Tenet quote? I keep trying to remember it. I remember the second part. Is it like, we live in a dream and there are no friends at dusk? We live in a twilight world and there are no friends at dusk. That's what it is. I don't even need to check it. I just downloaded it from the ether. I don't know why I remember that quote from that movie. It's not a particularly good one. Tenet. Is that a good movie? I don't know. It's high concept. I don't know if it's good though. It's interesting. It's an interesting movie is what I'll say. That's all. No, don't. The ability to cancel that animation while you're sitting down is quite amusing. I didn't know I could do that, but now that I do it, I'm alright. I'll probably do this for like half an hour and call it quits for the night. I'm not particularly energetic anymore. Not that I ever was, but less so. Out of all of those Kongalalas, none of them... Actually, no, those double quests aren't actually two unique monsters. I did figure that out. Double quests are just you hunt two monsters that are on that particular biome. And you can also fight them individually. Smallest Gravios, is that... No, I apparently have nothing to do with Gravios. Is that true? Yeah, I have both of them. Alright. I don't mind.
Time for a quick break.
Mm-hmm. See, and there you go. That's the big text that tells me you should do something here. So you go and open the map. It's in zone 13. It's probably the only one. There you go, create quest. Immediately do the investigation. Field survey, start. Put one of those lucky vouchers on too.
Commencing quest now.
There you go. Take me over there. My demon dragon armor skin are gonna run out. Really? All I got out of that was a burn? Alright. Waddy has accepted a quest. Waddy? What are you doing here? The one true bub. Waddy is over here already in Sigwave. Alright, cool guy. Apparently the Sigwave is quite good. I'd never believe it, but there it is.
Good. I made it in time.
Look at that motherfucker. It's huge. I don't think I can. That is actually quite scary. That is a really big monster. Let's say that that was intentional so that I could get the Counter-Strike and the elemental absorption. Yep, I missed it twice. Somehow dodge rolled through that. Cool guy. Okay, now we just charge. All he do. Sharpen. Oh, I'm doing it bad, sorry. Thank you for crown. What does he know? This is like a new combination of moves I learned from someone. I was looking around the tube, and as a combo, it actually sucks pretty fucking sick. It's essentially you sit there, and you do triangle then onto, triangle and onto, and it works mostly if you're on red gauge. So you go here. And you have to be a little bit careful. You can use focus mode to move in with the R2s. So you're constantly in range. See, I'm gonna R2 forward. And he's captured. So now we go. And Prince, thanks for the hunts. Quest immediately. Everyone gets a little bit of a massive gold crown. And we're all happy. Apparently you didn't need any of these resources. But it's there, and you can carve tail, which nobody did because they all forgot about it. That's funny. Oh, hey, that's one crown tonight. Ain't that cool? I go back to Windward Plains, and I reset, and I do the whole thing over again. And that's what I've been doing for like the last 4 days or so. It's almost going to be a week of me crown hunting. And I was hoping to do this before Mizutsune came out, but then I realized that I'm realistically going to be hunting Mizutsune for crowns as well. And it's just one new monster, it's not like they're adding 3 more. Eventually I imagine a lot of event quests are going to add a bunch of crowns that you can do. But other than that, I don't much care when I get this done. It is amazing that it's been since, what, the 28th of February or something? Where this game came out, and in just about a month and a little bit, I have done essentially all of the stuff that's in it. I know they're going to be adding more, and I just want to be able to do the new stuff and, you know, be done with it for a while, if that makes any sense. I want to be able to play other games in the meantime. The Office Dwarf Fortress session is going great. I'm telling you. I don't know how much I've updated you on this, but it's been quite a ride. I fought off a Hydra today with 6 crossbowmen, but the caravan that was coming across that was trying to trade with us collided with the Hydra first, which meant that a bunch of axe and swords dwarves got immediately slaughtered. But thankfully, right, they slowed it down enough to where my highly trained Marks dwarves showed up and absolutely wrecked house. And I'm trying to make soap for the first time. I've been neglecting it for quite a while. I figured that I can make it from plant paste instead of making tallow, which has always been a problem for me. I've never figured out how to get enough animals to facilitate tallow and fat rendering in Dwarf Fortress. I know this means absolutely fuck all to anyone. It's a concern only I and like 6 other people on Earth have. But it's true. And now that I figured out how to do the paste and then squeeze out oils from the paste, I now made like lye that I can use with the... What is it called? It's like ash that you get from a charcoal furnace. And you can use that to make soap. Which, I don't know what it does. I guess it just keeps them clean and happy. I've never thought about it that much. I know they use wells to clean themselves after they get into a bloody mess. Still haven't made bedrooms for all of them. But it's going good. We have like 134 dwarves. We're breeding unicorns, which is funny. We literally have like foals now. Oh, what is it? A unicorn fowl? Or foals? I don't know how you say that word. And I've never been good at butchery. Is my problem. So I'm thinking I'm going to rely on DF Hack again to just butcher the old unicorns whenever their time comes, before starvation ensues. It's quite cruel of me, and one of my colleagues is trying to prevent me from turning this into a unicorn parts emporium. But hey. Last time I fought off a Hydra, I think I did something to its skeleton where I had access to all 7 of its skulls. And I put them on display in one of the corridors in one of my fortresses. Pretty neat. Eventually a bunch of them vanished. I think someone stole the Hydra skulls. And... or I think it was like someone went mad and tipped over the pedestals and then it maybe destroyed the item. I don't really know. But hey, we lived. I'm pretty happy with that. I should probably train more units of Marks dwarves, really. But I'm too dumb for that, currently. And just as we were leaving, there was like a small fight somewhere that broke out. And one of the dwarves was... We believe he was killed, but we don't know where. It was like in one of the main sort of traffic arteries that we had. And it ended up just being this puzzle where he was no longer listed as being one of the units we control, but also he wasn't listed as missing or dead. So, where is he? Where is the guy that currently has his blood on one of our walls? It's quite odd. It's a question for another day, I'm afraid. King Crown Guardian Shagma. As you can see, there's always a radar in Inclemency, and it's mostly always tempered, but it doesn't seem to proc the crown size. Obviously, this isn't very much in the spirit of monster hunting at all. I could probably do without this for a good long while. I could have gotten this somewhat naturalistically. Which I did. I feel like I had about 50% of the crowns just by playing for like 100 or so hours. Support ship is back.
Anything you like. How about you? Here. It's all yours. Hope it serves you well.
Just buy it because I genuinely think the research points are fairly easy to come across.
Here. It's all yours.
And a lot of these things are cheap. Sorry, I saw it pop up and I got scared. I do have a little bit of a fear that I might menu too fast and not notice a gold crown, which is a really, really petty kind of... It's not really a phobia, what is it? It's just kind of an anxiety. I don't know. I shouldn't have it. It's a video game. What would happen if I missed it? Oh my god, I'd have to do this for a bunch of hours again. I guess that's what's really bothering me. It's my age-old time anxiety again. I have to keep telling myself that the purpose of video games is to waste time. It's to entertain myself. But also mainly to waste time.
I heard from the others.
This is playing Doom, but I feel like he's playing the oldest Doom. Because it just said Doom, not Doom 2016. But just Doom. I don't know if there's just Doom on Steam. I think it's like the master... No. The master level's a separate thing. Would it just say Doom? What is... Let's spy on ice. That's new Doom, isn't it? How about this one? I clicked it fast. Which one is it? Has to be New Doom. It is New Doom. Alright. There we go. I genuinely hope that Masters of Doom, that novel I'm reading, eventually does mention Quake in some way. Because I feel like Quake is a much larger leap than regular Doom was. If that makes any sense. Because from what I've been reading, right, they made a game called Catacomb 3D that was basically proto Wolfenstein 3D. Then they made Spear of Destiny. Then Carmack locked himself up in his apartment again and made some kind of racing game engine where he figured out how to do texture mapped floors and ceilings and then have ramps, and that led them to make Doom. So admittedly the only technological progress in Doom was kind of simulated elevation, which I guess is in some way quite impressive. Like, I couldn't figure that shit out when I was, I don't know, Carmack is like 20 something. He's a bit older, I think, than I am right now, in the book I'm reading, obviously. But the way he figured shit out, man, on that hardware, fucking impressive. Tell you what. I don't remember if I reset. I'm in the middle of nothing, so I imagine I just traveled here, so I have to reset. Those are weird. I get them sometimes, and it's only on this area. I can't imagine making... Like, he's already made a bunch of games by the time he's in his late 20s. He's really, really... really kind of smart, huh? You know, it would be good if I could completely eliminate one of the zones from the rotation. If I could figure out, okay, Rathians and Rathloses only ever spawn in this place and this place, so I didn't have to do that. Like, forests, live area, forests, plains, live area, basin, cliffs. Okay, so no, still can't. A lot of it is just in cliffs, a lot of it is just in wave area. I haven't had any luck with cliffs. It seems. Cliffs is bleeding me dry. Cliffs in wave area. Just basin. These are going to be hard because they only appear in their respective zones as well as them. Duna, Nudra. Right now. Surprisingly, I have Shuwu all done, but not these three. Because of the weird inclemency rules. I guess the worst thing is that you can only have one apex on the map at a time. It's a small kutku. Which I already have. No luck here either. Let's try Scarlet Forest resets, huh? Just for a little bit. See if I can't manifest a Uthduna in the last couple of minutes of this broadcast, I'm afraid. I know I took my sweet time with the intro and everything, but it's gonna happen. I've also thought about just doing constant resets at one camp. Just doing that over and over again until I get something, but I'm doing it slower and more thorough so that I don't have to spend time grinding points later. This weird lighting here. There you go, now it turned dark all of a sudden. And the present Uthduna, wasn't it? Today's a Thursday, right? Yeah, one more day. Get to be off work. Surprisingly, I'm not looking forward to weekends as much. I feel like I'm more productive during the week, if that makes any sense. I know I've got like a couple of hours to do something, and then I do it for a couple of hours instead of the weekend where I'm like, I'm just gonna lounge and play video games all day. Or like write my book all day, or read all day. I can't do all day like I used to. I'm kind of in a good variety mood right now. I'm reading like one chapter of every book. I've gotten also pretty quick at reading. Like I sit down in the bus and I read one chapter of The Corroded Man and then one chapter of Masters of Doom, and it's almost exactly enough time before I have to get off the bus and get on the underground. It's quite odd. I don't know what I'm gonna do when those books are done. I'm gonna have to find something that works. I've been slacking on my Stoic philosophy. I should probably give that a shot again. Like I genuinely just got out of axiomatics and logic And I decided, you know, I don't fucking feel like it. Even though it's like 25% of that book. It's very much not what I thought it would be. Like, I'm not gleaming as much interesting insight out of it because it's mostly been... It mostly has to do with, like, cosmology and logic and whatever the concept of empirical sciences were. Like, the going into linguistics and everything, because philosophy was just all manners of study back then. And now that all seems quite trite and quite boring, and I'm upset. I know that I can be reading, like, Marcus Aurelius's meditations and all that, which are quite more interesting because he goes into a little bit more passionate of a discourse. I don't know why I said it that way. I need a small congolala. So this doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Oh, look at that. Big ass hand cuckoo. That's when I was thinking of logging off. Could have used the lucky voucher, but...
Now, are you prepared?
Large Crown Frenzy Cuckoo, this is gonna be fast. Got 18 minutes on my meal, let's get some of these. And me. Cognito. Really? That was the tightest a hitbox has been in the series. That was done. Should have been ready for it.
Let's get to it!
Again. Everyone's excited about the crown. I'm having such a really hard time hitting this thing. I don't understand it. I guess because it's large. Look at that. How did that happen? And there it is, it's dead. Frenzied Cuckoos are actually quite spectacularly quick to kill. frenzied monsters have lower health but higher damage. They haven't been used very much mechanically because frenzied stuff used to mean you would re-roll talismans with it, but talismans are crafted now. And jewels you could just make anyway, so frenzied stuff is currently just limited to, I think, making the gore set, and that's about it. Oh, there you go. I think that's a good point to end off on. I've done my 2 monsters tonight. It's not as bad as it seems. I just need... How many monsters do I need? I'm gonna fuck up this keybind. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 monsters out of 30. And it's 29, but let's say out of 30. So I've done 2/3 of all of them. I need the last third. It's a shame that these ones are hard to get. I wish it weren't. There's communities of people that will let you hunt their crown monsters. But they require socialization, and I am piss poor at it. It's a lot of mons I've hunted. Anyway, maybe I'll do another show tomorrow when I'm a little bit more energetic. See how that goes. Thanks for sticking around with me tonight. Hope you had a good time. See you again soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.
Oi, can't! This is Ted, and you're watching ArtyloTV.